It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hi guys, and welcome to OP Digital Blueprint. We are joined by two of the ONPASSIVE's most esteemed gentlemen, Marty DeGamo. It's not that funny, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Marty DeGamo and Jeffrey.
I'm thinking, who's coming on? I'm just kidding.
Collins and I are grateful you joined us. Thank you, chaps. What we wanted to do today, I wanted Collins to run through briefly what we already have in our ecosystem, what the products are, what they do, and then you guys, I want you to kind of give us a little bit more of an idea, perhaps of how this is going to help businesses and individuals, and then also we can look at what other products are coming on shortly and in the future, what potential add-ons and what have you. So, Collins. Before we go any further, say hello, guys. Let me apologies for that.
Hello, everyone. Great to be here. I hope you guys will have, you're having a fantastic day. Today is a great day where we have Marty DeGamo, Jeffrey Moloch. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Thank you.
Jeffrey, go ahead. You before, yeah.
Okay. Hey, hello. Happy day to everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful ONPASSIVE day. I know that I am. I'm excited to be here. We got some good topics, and I'm looking forward to all of us chipping in. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm really happy about being here. I'm around some of the best friends I have in the world in here, so this ought to be some fun. I just gotta keep an eye on Jeffrey. That's all.
Good luck with that. Right, before we go any further, Collins, as I said, give us a brief rundown of what we've got in the ecosystem at the moment, what the products are, what they do.
Oh, thank you, Andy. So let's look at the ecosystem. Single sign-on. We heard about single sign-on every day. Companies are struggling to do something like this because their products are not integrated or separate, and to build it and put it together is difficult. So they are really struggling with it. But here we come with Mr. Mufareh, putting everything integrated on one platform, with a single login. You log in and you can navigate everything as if you are just, using a single product. Now, what do we have in the ecosystem, the ONPASSIVE ecosystem? We have OMail, which is free. We have ONet, which is free. We have OTrim, the best you are a trimmer, free. And we have OConnect, which is a paid product. And there are many more coming. Now let's look at OMail. What can OMail do for you? So it is the best mailing system as we speak now in the market. The best of the best. Why the best? Look at we know all the other emailing systems we've been using. Yeah, it is there. When we talk about the best, means it is built with latest technology in the market. Those who know what is now in the market, what are they using in the market now? I can name them. Tools that they are using, new tools that are coming up, and because the market is changing every day, customer expectation is changing every day. There is the need to build your technology to meet customer expectation. Businesses are moving like at the speed of light, and if you don't have that technology that can move at the speed of light, you are doomed to fail. OMail, we're talking about video mailing. Where would you ever get that? Speech to text, text to speech, unlimited. Emailing dashboard you can have a full analysis of the mail that you've sent out over the years, over the month, even a day. You can see it. Deleted mail, inbox, outbox, all of those things you can see it. You can even create mail like log folder. Say you're working in a company, you have log folder. You said, all right, many people are using one email. Directors have their email and their secretary can check it. What happens? Create a log folder so important mails go in and you can go on your own and read it. There are many more features within OMail, and what we're talking doesn't have what? Spam folder. Means anything that comes in, what will you do? You can either accept it or decline it, which is a feature that is coming, but there is no spam. Means AI can check everything and say, you know what? You don't need a spam. Again, how they do it, don't ask me. You know, you need to ask those guys in Hyderabad. Now let's look at ONet, all integrated seamlessly, one platform. We're talking about the ecosystem. Now it is free for you, free for companies. You know, it's all customizable. So there is no problem you will ever face with OMail. ONet, podcast, blogs, you know, the best email that is a social media more than that is secured for you. It is well secured, so you can create your group, your friends, you know, friends of the same affiliation. Say I'm doing fishing and I want only friends that are doing fishing, they have interest in fishing like me. I will create a group and we'll lock ourselves in there and we can discuss about our things that are of interest to us. You know, podcast one again. Let me touch the two podcasts. It is a paid product out there. Mr. Ashbrook give it for free, integrated in ONet, free for you to use. How many people who are doing podcasting? You know, I know people who do podcasts, they paid for a lot of money. The cheapest I've seen is about $75 and you have it for free in ONet. Now let's look at the trim URL, OTrim. OTrim is massive. When you talk about customization, most of the latest tool out there is about 8 digits. Mr. Ashbrook gave us 21. Customization. That is huge. And you're talking about heat map within OTrim. Means they've taken half of OTracker, push it in OTrim. So business can trim their link, push it out there and do what? They can know where their customers are coming. Where will you get that? Only in a free product in ONPASSIVE you will get that. And we can go on and on and on and on. You know, we're talking about OChat, the chatbot in there. It's AI driven, can answer all your questions you want. And it is, you know, being upgraded every day. AI chatbot. Some of us use ChatGPT. Come into ONPASSIVE and use AI chatbot. You know, OChat is there for you, free. You know, you don't have to pay for this.
Excellent.
What else do you want? So I will leave it there. And Marty.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Colin. So Marty, why is it that these products are so good and so required in the market? Then what are the benefits to companies and what have you for these things?
Okay, first I want to say I want to sign up again, Collins. You did it anyway. No, very good job. Very, very good job. Well, I tell you what, I can go by experience and I can go by people that are in the MLM business and people that market like I did and all that. For me to do what I needed to do, I had 10 or 12 different little apps along with Aweber, anyway, it was a couple $1,000s to even start a business. If you really are a marketer. I mean, I hear a lot of people, oh, I do it. Yeah, but no, it's money and it's a lot of time. And where the time comes in, if I'm doing something, I do an ad, there's a comment on the ad. Well, I want to be able to answer that ad and I don't want to do it at 3 o'clock in the morning. So there's an app that does it. So you go chase it, get the app. And then by the time I get to the 5th thing I need to do that one campaign, I almost forgot why I'm there. Where with ONPASSIVE, it's right there in this space odyssey of a cockpit, right? So while I'm there doing what I'm doing, I can drag and drop and look at stuff without leaving what I'm doing. Single sign-on is probably one of the most powerful things of ONPASSIVE, besides being off the chart with technology and all that. I mean, off the chart. There's no comparison. And I know people jump all over the place. No matter what it is, you're jumping around, you're doing this, and everything you jump into doesn't mean that app is compatible with the app that you're using. So I've even had, I'll give you an example. I had ads in Facebook. Oh, simple. I get the name and the email, but they don't give them to you. You have to go get them. Well, you don't want to collect names and emails every day. So I had to get a bridge that takes the bridge where Facebook has to accept it. It's a racket. So Facebook has to accept it. It goes to a bridge. The bridge goes to Aweber. Aweber is sucking money out of my back pocket while Facebook's sucking it out of my front pocket. Okay, that's not it though. That happens. And by the way, while you're doing this, you're not making money, you're losing money until you get what? A sale. And the difference with ONPASSIVE, and I've said this before, is everybody can be a hero, including these. Listen, there's a lot of MLMs out there they have good products, no doubt about it. The problem is the same. 97, 98% of the people don't know how to get that product from what they're seeing to people that want to buy it. It hasn't changed in 40 years. It's not going to change in the next 40. So the business needs to change. The model needs to change. And on passive, if you're in, you hear the slogan, you win. Why? Single sign-on. Everything's at your fingertips. There's nothing even close to the technology. There's just not. And the beauty of that is you don't have to take any one of us 4 people's word for it. You don't know us if you're watching this down the road. You can sign up for free. And you know what this company does just for signing up free? They give you $10 in OCoin. What are OCoin? You can use them to shop with. And the 3 products that Collins just said, let me tell you something. I use a lot of email. I don't know. Everybody's different. And I got to the point where Gmail wants to charge me because I went over a certain amount of data. And on passive, it's unlimited OMail. Absolutely unlimited OMail. Another really neat feature. Let's say you can't travel with family. So you want to send a letter to your mom, your grandmom, your favorite cousin, okay, your sister, your brother who lives somewhere else. Yeah, words are nice. And by the way, you can speech to text. I'm not even going there. There's so many products that take all day just to go through the actual extra things they have. But you could do a video email. Not like you think. I mean, it's built in. So, hey, Mom, how you doing? I'm sorry I couldn't make it, but I'm so glad. Nothing like a picture and a video. I'm sorry. A word's worth 1,000. A letter, a picture's worth 1,000 words. A video's worth 10,000 words. It really is. And that kind of thing. But in business, all the companies, let's just use MLM, drop shipment, and email marketing. They all rely on your ability to recruit. They can cut you to crap. They can say whatever they want. They want you to get more people in doing what you're doing. Why? Because they know there's a real good chance you'll be gone in 30 days. Unless you're bullheaded, you might make it 60. And they're hoping you bring in enough people that one of those people, just by luck, makes it 4 months. Now, if you have a crew of people doing that, and you can get to the point where you're bringing people in just 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 more than you're losing, and eventually 6 months down the road, the people that started the business made a few $1 million, it shrivels up and dies. They repackage it, put a new ribbon on it, call it something else, and here comes the sheep again to go back in and redo it again because we have memory loss. I couldn't market yesterday. I couldn't market last week, and I'm not going to be able to market next week, but something new comes up, and all of a sudden people think, I could do this one. It's not your fault. The game is rigged against you. And the thing about ONPASSIVE, it was built from conception, from the thought. This is the CEO. This is no joke. I'm not talking about some pie in the sky guy that runs off initials. I've talked to the guy hundreds of hours. He's an unbelievable individual. But what he did was he worked in the industry. And by the way, if you're looking at the word guru, which I would imagine he hates, he would be the poster child for what you call a super affiliate. If he went into an MLM, he's going to master the plan. He's going to build the plan to the max because all of them only pay you X amount. But what happened was he felt this way, and I know for a fact because he told all of us. I couldn't bring anybody with me. So he built systems to help them get where, make them help make, because it's a dirty feeling to walk up to somebody, oh, you're doing great, and you're lying. You know they're not doing great. You know they'll be dead soon. You're just trying to keep them up. And then the worst part about the business of where ONPASSIVE will be life support to these small business, medium size, and actually Fortune 500 is if you have a concept of your company and your whole concept is, I want 3% of my workforce to build the other 97% of my company, it just doesn't mathematically work. And Mr. what's called here, Andy knows about numbers. It doesn't make sense. That's why it doesn't work. The numbers don't add up. So you're relying on 2 or 3% of the whole company to build the whole company. And here's the worst thing of all. And ONPASSIVE can fix this. Why? They're going to have traffic. They don't have the same products. You talk about, people say, oh, you should have more than one stream of income. In the United States, we have Lowe's and Home Depot. Go there, go to the plumbing department, see all the faucets. That's ONPASSIVE. And every one of those faucets, money will be coming out. There's no limit, really no limit in ONPASSIVE how much you can make. But I know I'm jumping over, but that's what I do. You invited me, you get what you get. Anyway, so all these people, all these companies, if I was an MLM, I'm telling you exactly how they'll look at it. Once they get their mind clear of who ONPASSIVE is, they're going to look at this and go, wait a minute. So you're telling me I can take my product, not rely on the 3%, package a deal inside ONPASSIVE, give that business in a box to Freddie, who couldn't market a freaking mink coat, a winter coat in Alaska, and give it to him and make him a hero. Why? Because if you said here, instead of buying this $500 business kit that is no better than toilet paper, you could hand him this business in a box to somebody you're bringing in to share your product, and he's going to win 2 ways. He's going to win by selling the product, so the company owner wins, and he's going to win by using the tools because he gets paid to use them. So while he's building his business, and instead of going out and recruiting and seeing if you can bring in enough people, you bring in people and they make a double pay. They get paid from ONPASSIVE as they use the tools. They're going to recruit people, and they can tell them, not only do I have a business, I have the tools you can use to blow that business up. And by the way, while you're using the tools, while you're using the tray to sift through gold, you get paid to use the tray. It's powerful, powerful, powerful. I mean, no doubt about it. Now, wait. If you can do that, and then the company pays you the highest possible return commissions they possibly can legally. That's what this company wants to do. Okay? And all these companies, when they see that and they get rid of their pride and get rid of the crap, they're going to flock here. I've never heard Mr. Mufareh said, we're going to conquer that company. We're going to beat that company down. That's not true. We will be life support for many, many companies, small, medium, large. And it's a lot of fun for single people too. It's great for colleges. Universities are already joining. Why? Because these tools are universal. I don't care what the name of the tool is. You come in and you'll find a way you can use it. I don't care who you are, and make it. And for any company that comes in that they truly have a good product, and the product's good enough, if people use it, they'll like it. If you have that, this system will blow you off the map. Now, if the product sucks, you couldn't make it anyway. But that's good though, because it should own up to what they have. But no, you're in for a shaking up of the world if people take the time and grab it. I wish I had this 19 years ago when I got online. I'd be farting through silk right now. I didn't mean to say that. But anyway, I'd be doing well. So look at Jeffrey going, farting through silk. Sorry about that. But anyway, no, but I'm saying you could change your life, but I just hated the idea that people being used. And ONPASSIVE, I've never felt that way. And let me tell you something else. Last thing, every business I've ever been in 19 years online, full time, I never got in a business where I got in, I'm always positive, and I thought, man, I hope it's as good as it sounds. And every month after, it kind of got worse and worse and worse. And eventually I even quit, okay? This business, I hoped it was as good as it sounded, but it was better. And the next month better, and the next 6 months, the next year. The company I'm in now dwarfs what I thought it was. And the beauty of this, you can't outrun ONPASSIVE. You can't outdream ONPASSIVE. You can't outlive ONPASSIVE. Whatever you have, whatever you want, ONPASSIVE is the vehicle to give it to you. I don't care if you're a company or an individual. Now I'm done.
Okay. Thank you, Marty. Well done. Yeah. Well, I'm going to kind of, I just love the simplicity of the business, because you don't have to buy a premises. You don't have to buy stock that you put on your shelf and restock it each and every time, because once it's a digital product, it flies off the shelf, but it's still there. A copy has been sent, if you like, so you've still got it there. So I don't have any of those expenses. I love the fact that the company is going to build my business for me, because at the end of the day, they're doing the advertising, they're bringing customers in, but those customers are going to fall into my group and everybody else's group. So I'm going to get paid by the company building my business. I've never in my entire career, and like Marty, I wish I'd have found this when I was 18, because my life would have be dramatically different by the time I reached the age I am now. But I'm glad I found it. So what I'd like to know from you, Jeffrey, and I know you've been very quiet because Marty and Collins have taken the mic so far, but what I'd like you to kind of do is give us an indication as to how you see the institutions actually making or taking advantage of this. I know Collins and Marty have kind of touched on it, but there's so much more to it than that, isn't there, Jeffrey? And there are other bits and pieces in the background that we don't know about as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Marty. That was a good overall picture that you gave to everybody, and I think it probably gave them a little bit of food for thought in concerning, you know, what it is they want to do and how they can move forward, and probably put them at ease, and that's certainly appreciated. Before getting started on that, though, you did mention cost and finance, and as Marty undoubtedly knows, $2,000 a month is at the low end of cost for what we're talking about doing out there, for going and getting all the applications and programs that are required to run the business that you want. And that includes everything. Well, our OES, as Marty has indicated, the products and services, they're in such quantity and quality that they actually represent the abbreviated internet. And those products and services in the OES, they're integrated with each other. You don't have to go out and try to piecemeal system to put together. They're built to work together. They're all under one roof. It makes it really, really easy for you. And it also includes everything that you need, period, to manage or to work an online business or even a presence. So we got it in spades. Now, everything that everybody's gone over here, especially when you went over the products that we currently have in the OES, or at least lined up, the major ones lined up. We've probably got 36 products and services that are ready, and they are being strategically positioned for rollout. And that, again, is all by design, because what we don't want to do is flood the market, flood the founders, and create a lot of chaos and difficulty in handling now everything that's happening all at once and coming in, whether it's the release of products or whether it's a release of income, which I hope we'll talk about probably later on. But when you talk about businesses, and I'm assuming, Andy, that you're saying, okay, these businesses out there, how are these businesses going to be affected by what we can offer them? And there's two ways that I look at that. One is big business. Say, for instance, a lot of the MLMs. Again, for instance, if you've
Oh, he's frozen.
system.
We lost you for a second there, Jeffrey.
Alrighty. Mary Kay can come in and grab the entire ecosystem. They can pull in every one of their members who could now access that ecosystem, and they can use all of our products and services and advertisements, or what they can pick and choose what they want. Now, if you're an individual like Marty or anyone that has a business online, then again, you can come in and you've got access to everything within the OES. If you are a charter member, i.e. a founder, then there are other things that you are going to be able to be part and parcel with as we move forward, that the members just signing up when we go commercial won't be able to be a part of. However, if you've got a business and you come into ONPASSIVE and you join the ecosystem, and as things roll out, you may want to create your own website using ODomain. You may want to create markets, e-commerce. You may want to do webinars or educational or whatever it is that you do, whether you have a business or whether you're just a hobbyist, whether you have an online presence. We're going to have, and we do have, everything that you need, everything that is and represents an abbreviated internet, because we have everything that's needed to run any kind of an online presence. So that extends out whether we're talking about individuals or whether we're talking about companies. And the beauty of it is what we have has not only been brought in and put together from scratch, each individual product or service, but each of these that we have are integrated with each other to work with each other. And as we move forward, they're going to get more features, they're going to get more functionality, and ONPASSIVE is never going to stop increasing the value of what we have. We're not just going to put one product out and then 3 years from now it's the same product. The way that we've built ONPASSIVE, the way that Mr. Mufareh has put the core of ONPASSIVE together, is a plug and play system that I likened last week in a webinar to a chandelier. That you've got a chandelier that hangs down with 300 lights on it, and at any particular time you can go up and take a light bulb out and you can put a new one in. It can be LED, it can be a conventional light, you know, it can be colored light, it can be a flashing light, whatever you want to stick in there, but you don't have to change the chandelier. And that's going to make us very, very predominant in the market, because as we continue to use our innovation labs for new technologies, which also includes new software, integration of AI, which everything we've got is and has AI integrated. It's got the machine learning. You mentioned the AI chat bot. Man, that thing learns every day. I mean, you're using machine language. You're using big data. And the more you use that, it's not only going to get smarter and faster, but it's going to get a lot more personal. It's going to learn from you specifically, Colin, Jeffrey, Marty, Andy. Every day you go on, that specific chatbot, that specific AI that you keep interacting with is going to learn who you are, what you want, what you like, and it's going to become more and more and more personal. It's going to also learn more, and it's going to reach out, and it's going to use the data and its learning processes to get you where you want to go. So we have got some remarkable things that are coming out and up for everybody. It's not just a few. We have something for everybody. Does that answer your question?
Absolutely, absolutely. One of the things that has always intrigued me about this company is, you know, that we've got companies like Google and Facebook and Amazon and what have you, where they took 6 to 8 years to reach unicorn status, and we've launched as a unicorn status. But more importantly, these companies' sole value is based upon data, and we don't need to sell data. So we have all of these things that have changed the system in its entirety. So ONet is a social media platform with a difference. We're not going to have these people with fake accounts, people that can't prove who they are. We're not going to have these people that trawl children or cyberbully, or, you know, this is a difference. This is a correction to the corruption. So, Collins, we've got these data centers that are already up and running, but we've got another one in the pipe that is being dealt with at the moment, that is going to be large enough to be able to host the entire internet. What does that mean for us from a business perspective? Because bearing in mind, you know, the likes of Walmart pay 30 odd million a year just to host their website with Amazon Web Services.
This is a huge market, really huge market for ONPASSIVE. You know, sometimes we look at the digital product, but we forgot that data center is something that make AWS, Jeff Bezos, the richest man, you know, on the planet. So he's one of the richest now on the planet. It's because of data center, cloud services, you know, the data center hardware and all of those. And he said it. He said when he built Amazon, I watched it. There's a video I watched when he was speaking. He built Amazon, the marketplace. There's a lot of competition, you know, competitors that were in. He said to build domain, you know, the Amazon is a domain, Amazon.com domain, you know, competitors also came in. But when he moved into data center, it took 7 years to get orders. It means they make money for 7 years. And if you look at the company that have one of the largest is between AWS and Microsoft Azure. You know, Microsoft, they own the biggest because no matter where you go, they will still suck you out because data center is like meter. The more data, the more money you pay. You know, and they look at it. There are companies that pay millions of pounds a month. There are companies that pay hundreds of millions, depending on the data. But now, when we look at ONPASSIVE coming in, we don't know if most of those companies, they have third-party supplier. Because sometimes when you have third-party supplier, you have to pay them certain amount. And you think, where will the charges go? The fee will go to the consumers, those who are consuming, because they will not take it, the responsibility. Ms. Mufareh now is bringing everything in-house. Now we're talking about AI what data center. Yes, they can integrate AI, but remember that they have their data center before AI started coming into greater effect because of the modern tools that we have to build AI component. You need the latest tool. Now, thank God that ONPASSIVE is in this era of technology where there are latest tools to build AI component, because AI is a code. And if you don't have that tool to build that code, you cannot build AI. You know, so now we're talking about data center modern, not large space. You know, there was a time I was talking to Oliver, even we had a discussion on Buddy. There's time that data center will be, Mr. Algebra is crazy, no, in a good way, where you can have data center in your pocket. It's just hosting millions and billions of data. Now, this one data, you know, Ash talked about, and the coming up can take trillions of people. We don't know, trillions of data, because we are in the era of latest and modern tools that can build AI and build software, compress it in a way that you will not even believe that that software can be compressed in a zip folder, and you can unzip it to unleash the software. That's what people don't know, and it's happening every day. You know, now just imagine we have this, and in the completion, as I said, next year that will be completed. Even trees and birds and every organism can be on that data center. Mr. Ashbra can determine the price, you know, because everything is in-house. The price. He talks about the 5 pillars, which I want to touch. Own the ecosystem, the product. You own your own financial services, processor running in and out. That's meter. Own your verification. Own your data center, and own your domain. You own the internet. That is true. Once you hold that, what else do you want? You own products. Single sign-on, you own all of those key things, component. You can determine the price. It's like someone who supply waters and hold your meter. He is the one who determines the price to you. The day you don't pay, they shut down. If you don't have a domain, you don't pay every month, they will shut you down, kick your website out of the market. Nobody can see you anymore. That's domain. We own it. You don't have data center, you pay for someone to host your data. The day you don't pay the fee, they shut you down. No one can access the data. What is the software without data? I want to search for Andy. I go on and I search Andy. The system come and said result cannot be found. They have shut you down. That's it. And we're looking about all of these things, financial services, processor. People think about bank. Bank is an empty house. If you don't have that processor running under, moving money in and out, the company say, you know what, you've not paid this amount, we'll just block you and your money will just hang. Everything, money is just a figure. Yeah. Until it lands in your pocket. That's why you say this money, or you exchange for something. But What is the good if you can see it and you cannot receive it? Because the processor just go bust and just say, you know what, we are shutting you down. That's why Ms. Alfred said we will own all of these things so that we are in control of everything and we can determine, because he is a man of integrity, a man of good heart. There is no need to charge people with it. And you talk about data. Yes, company a lot of post-sale data. You know why? People think it's illegal. There are some that is not illegal, because when you jump on application, any application, it says what? SaaS service, software as a service. Software as a service, that's a documentation you have. Every company runs as software as a service. Now, you are on Facebook, we go in for free. You go to TikTok for free. You go down for free. Where do you think they are getting the money to pay the engineers? They have the right to sell that data because it's software as a service. You are enjoying the software and they can say, well, we need a return. You know, they can say, yeah, take them to any court of law. It's software as a service. So this is the point. But as said, we are not going to do that. You know why? We have, look at OTrim, for instance. We are talking about Trim URL. Bitly is selling it. It's a lot of money. That's a multi-billion-dollar company. Mr. Ash Mufareh give OTrim for free. The best URL trimmer. What's the need of selling data? If I can give a product for free, why should I sell your data? That's it. There's a lot in ONPASSIVE. Well, Mr. Ashra said, we don't need to sell all of this because we have a lot. They are giving OMail for free. A whole OMail that the company can use. You know, why should we sell your data?
This is part of the value for money bit that I like, because you know, we've been conditioned throughout our lives to believe that you get what you pay for. You know, you buy an expensive suit, it's going to cost you a lot of money. You buy a cheap suit, it's not going to last you. But this is the complete, and never buy trousers online because they never fit. But you know, if you, Jeffrey, you know, we've got this system in place now that you have value for money at a reasonable price. So tell me a little bit more about your thoughts on this and how this works with the individuals that are going to be able to take advantage of this sort of thing.
When we talk specifically about value with ONPASSIVE, what we're basically saying is we have products and services that you're going to have access to that are going to be much more smoothly able to run whatever you need. They're going to have more features. The functionality is going to be better. They're going to be integrated to work together better. And it's all going to cost a lot less than anything else out there. And they're all under one roof. So, I mean, the value that we're talking about getting is for anybody that joins and becomes a member of ONPASSIVE. Now, in order to make use of that, you simply have to understand what your own passion is and what it is you want to go after, whether it's a business or a hobby or whatever it is. So I'm not understanding.
Okay, let me put it another way then, Jeffrey. We know, for instance, with we've got OConnect, which is a video conferencing platform, and we know one of the other companies provides a maximum availability to 20,000, but we also know that once you get to 15, some people with poor bandwidth get kicked off. But to have that, you know, it's $8,500 a month, some ridiculous figure a month.
Yeah.
Now we have a system with our OConnect, our video conferencing platform, that offers 10,000 attendees, and at the moment there's even a discount of $190 for 3 months. So this is what I mean by value for money. So what's different about what we've got in comparison to what's out there on the market?
Gotcha.
Why are we so special? Yeah.
Gotcha. When you look at what we've got, take for instance, first of all, before we even get into that value of the specific products, look at what ONPASSIVE has done. We started off by saying we have emerged, we have been birthed as a sparkle, as a baby, as a unicorn. Okay. That in itself is giving something that nobody else has ever given. You're just not born as a unicorn with all this made available. So that notwithstanding, when we start looking at other companies, say for instance, Zoom, it's a good company, makes a lot of money, served a good purpose. It took them, I think they started in 2012, and it took them till 2018 to become profitable. That, wow, ONPASSIVE is profitable day one. So that's not something that we need to worry about as founders. That also is a value to us. Now, when we talk about specific products, you were talking about OConnect. OConnect is an absolute, I mean, that with ONPASSIVE is it's a flagship product. Okay, it's got 20 or 30 features within it, half of which nobody else has got. It's absolutely beautiful. It runs like a champ. Now, that having said that, we understand too, we have challenges sometimes, and there may be some buffering, or there may be this, or there may be that, as we unfold all these things and as we bring them to market, as we start using them, because they're plugged into everything else. So if you've got a business and you want to use a web conferencing for your business, it's there. If you want to use an educational product for your business, then we have OCademey, and it's there. And it's not just plugged into your business, but it's plugged into OConnect. And OConnect is working with ODomain, and ODomain is working with OVirtual. And OVirtual, the bottom line is everything works with everything under one platform. So the value is to bring you in, to have everything very, very stable and very, very secure, which you don't normally have something like that altogether, that stable and that secure, but it's a priority with ONPASSIVE. Secondarily, when you start looking at the cost, I mean, if we compare apples and apples to Zoom, you're looking at 10 or 15% of what Zoom costs for 10,000 people. That's incredible. When we look at the value of the other programs, a lot of those programs and services we have, they are going to be free. They're going to be available on a free basis for members to come in and just take advantage of. And these free services, they also have more functionality and more features in them generally than any other like service that's out there. And if they are a paid product, and I'll use OConnect because I love OConnect, it is technologically bound up in really cool stuff. I mean, excuse me, OTracker. OTracker has more features for web analytics. So if you're a businessman like Marty online and you want to check out everything on your website, everything that's going on, it's got everything from geofencing to heat maps. I mean, literally tracks where people are coming from, what kind of system they're using, who their internet provider is, geographically where they're located, how long they've been on. I mean, some of these things are incredible. And again, with OTracker, it's got more features than every other web analytics program on the market put together. And this is just how ONPASSIVE rolls. So if we look at each and every product that we've got currently, or at least the ones that we've got that are rolling out, with the exception probably of OBless, because that is a humanitarian kind of a product that they're going to administer it, so it's not going to be a cost at all to anybody. But you've got OCademey, which is obviously an educational program, OChat, which we've talked about, which is an AI-run place. If you're into marketing and sales, we've got OCommerce, right? I mean, we can go right down the line. OCounting, if you're into finances and into HR and running business, we've got everything. And each and every one of everything that we have has more features, better functionality. It's all geared to work together. And you can pick and choose what you want and what you don't want, what you need and what you don't need. But it's all there and it's all valuable. Does that help?
Yeah, absolutely. This is what I love. And Collins gives a wonderful analogy here of you know, let's take Zoom for argument's sake. It was built on the foundations of a 2-story house, but they're trying to build a skyscraper to catch up. what ONPASSIVE has done is created this immense kilometre-wide and deep platform that everything can sit on, and we could go to the moon. So, Marty, you know, it's a fantastic concept, but how do we make money out of it? How does an affiliate make money from it?
Okay, well, let me say one thing about the data that you were talking about. That's massive, massive. I mean, AWS alone makes almost $7 billion a month. Okay, just put a perspective on that. In fact, they make more from the data center than they do from shipping products. So it's a big deal. And the other thing, yeah, it's like 60%, I think, or whatever, close to it. The other thing is, if you look at Facebook and it's free. Nothing's free. Google's not free and Facebook isn't free. If you look up something on Google and then you go to Facebook 2 hours later, that lawnmower you were looking at Google's chasing you all over Facebook. Now, how did that happen? Somebody bought it. It's not magic. It's there. That's where they get their money out. I've got a third-party person selling my information. They never told me, and they never gave me a nickel. The difference with ONPASSIVE, he's not selling your data. Anyway, how people make money. Here's the beauty of it. We were talking about the cost, like Jeffrey said. To get a 10,000 room Zoom, I don't like saying names, but Zoom costs you around $6,000 a month. Andy just told you what we're paying. It's ridiculous. And I tell you what you do. If you go in, you sign up and get 7 to 14 days free. You'll know in 17 to 14 minutes that, holy cow, this is unbelievable. It'll take you 20 minutes to get to all the extra features that it has, and you'll find out, oh my God, what doesn't this do? It will make your dinner for you. I'm joking, but it's almost that much. But how people can make money is, as people come in, I want you to picture that all of us, you have a virtual store. You got your store stocked with ONPASSIVE goodies. Now, the beauty of it is the goodies, once you pay for them, obviously you want to pay, you got to pay every month, but it comes out of your commission. So out of pocket, once, at the most twice, and even then you can pause until it catches up and then get it out of your profits. That doesn't matter. Here's what's really the beauty of it. So you're going down the track, you have one person. You get 100% back, so now you're even. You are sailing for free. You're not going very fast yet, but as people come, and remember, they're bringing in thousands of people every day. Eventually, it'll be 1 million, I believe, just by the way it looks, because of the foundation they built that Andy just said. In fact, while we were building the foundation, I had people saying, what the frick do they plan on landing on this strip they built? We're about to see it, because they built, like Colin said, everybody's repairing right now. That's difficult as heck. How do you think Mark Zuckerberg felt when they said, okay, you can use this, we'll verify all your people, it's only $8 a person. He's got 2 billion people. He's not paying that. We are. I'm just telling you, watch all these different things that are being said and go research it on your own. By the way, don't just Google it and say that's the law. Google's a search engine, not a truth engine, okay? Go there, look it up, and then do your own due diligence, as I would say, yeah. The money is, here's the thing about ONPASSIVE that I love. And it was built, you can tell it was built by somebody that cares about people. The amount of money is unlimited. Now, am I going to tell you 90 days you'll be free, 120 you'll sail with me and all that bull crap? No, but it's a brick and mortar business. They've got offices all over the world. Some of the biggest offices are in Dubai. Go look up Dubai and then go look up digital and go look up AI. It's the heartbeat of the world for that. The second one or third one, they're in Egypt. Now they're going all over Africa. It's swallowing the world. Why? That's where the world's going. And here is a product comes out, and I say, oh, I like that. Somebody comes in, they buy it, they purchase it, they're on my business, they're in my business, I get a commission. Next month when they pay, get another commission. If they invite a friend, I get a commission. Now, you think, well, how's that? Listen, if you've ever had a business, you could go to get a McDonald's right now, pay $500,000, get on the list. I think it's another $500,000, and they tell you where it's going to be built, and there's no guarantee you're going to make money. None. In this business, we did not make widgets. We took products that are in high demand. I mean, high demand, and we turned them into Rolls Royces at the price of a Volkswagen. Now, you don't have to be Jack Frost to tell it's getting snowy, right? You know that's unbelievable. And you say, well, he's hyping. I'm not hyping. If I told you your true everything about ONPASSIVE, then you would think I'm hyping. That's the facts. You have to dumb it down. You come into ONPASSIVE and you're a big business, you can make money. And if you're somebody that's been online for an hour, a week, 2 months, 3 months, and you get beat up by all these businesses, you come in ONPASSIVE, you will win because they want you to win. Big difference. They want you to win. And there's no competition. If I can help Andy, I help Andy. I help Collins. I help Jeffrey. We help each other. Boom. No doubt about it. I'm not kidding. So you need to go look at that. And now I want you to picture this. Usually in a business like, let's say, Zoom, who doesn't pay affiliates. Of course, they can't afford to. I'm joking, by the way. So let's just say you get in this business and I get a commission from a video conferencing platform. Yeah. And then I get a commission from OTracker because they're going to sell traffic, by the way. Targeted traffic, not names that have been regurgitated 500,000 times. And by the time you use them, the people you're contacting want to shoot you, okay? High targeted traffic through AI, so it knows who's looking and it knows what they're looking for. That's the other one. Now, picture that, and now another product comes out that's in high demand. No doubt, OTracker. OTracker is a marketer's and a company's dream. Let me explain why. A couple months ago, my granddaughter was here. I know you can't believe I'm a grandfather looking this good. But my granddaughter came, and she has a little kid's iPad, you know, with the flowers and stuff on it. And she was sitting next to me, and I looked, and a commercial came up for Chevy truck. And I'm thinking, oh, my God. Chevy's paying for that. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't think a 3-year-old little kid's going to buy a Chevy truck anytime soon. But yet when she clicked on that, they paid for that click. That's what I talk about, bogus traffic. Even buying clicks off of Google, it turned into a nightmare. You can't, it doesn't work. It works. Then you have to have a lot of money to make any money. And on passive, your traffic will be targeted. Listen to this too. While you're in there, you pick what you want. You don't have to have everything, but pick what you want. If you own it, if you purchase it yourself, you now can make a commission from it. So you're not just a Zoom. You're not just a traffic builder. You're not just ClickBank. You're not just, you're going to have maybe 50 different products, and that's physical. I mean, that's digital. Now they're coming out with physical products that you're going to get paid on too. Now picture this. You're 5 months in, you've got a few hundred people on your sales team with you. You're all making money. They're going to stay. Why would they stay? They're making money. This isn't brain surgery. The reason they leave is they're losing money. Most people that come online don't make money. They actually lose money. That's, numbers don't lie. I know these people. I used to be one of them. I know what it's like. But imagine getting there. Now you have 1,000 people. The company comes out with a new product. 500 of them like it. You gave yourself a pretty good raise that month, didn't you? And you didn't do you didn't do any more effort. Like I said, many streams of income, and they'll be coming from everywhere. Now, how big do you want your store? I only want to own a couple of products. Okay, power. Go for it. You could be a mini mart. I want to be a Walmart. I want to be a mall. So I'm going to have everything in my shop. People come in, they buy it. Okay? Now here's the beauty. People said to me, well, maybe I don't need this or I don't need that. That's okay. I'm going to give you a story. The Walmart heirs. Sam Walton started, right? Sam Walton started it. The Walmart heirs are the richest people in the world. If you combine them, they even make Elon Musk cough, okay? I don't even think they shop at Walmart. Newsflash. But they have no problems collecting some money out of each cash register in each store around the United States. Now picture this. Every product you have, every stream of income you have is a small cash register. Now, it's not big right away, but it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And remember the concept. Ask Mufareh wants you to succeed. He didn't build it so he can succeed, and good luck to you, because that's a regular business. He wants you to. Amazon created 40,000 millionaires. And I guarantee Jeff Bezos never had a meeting and said, hey, how many millionaires do you think we can generate? I don't think that ever entered his mind. It was a byproduct. So what happens when you have a gentleman who's determined to get everybody living the best life they can? Maybe 500 millionaires? 500,000 millionaires?
There you go.
No joke. I'm not kidding. I believe that with all my heart. And if you come in and you see what they've done, 2 floors in the Burj Khalifa, we have our name on a train station in Dubai that has 750 to 1 million passengers a day. You want me to put that in perspective for you in the United States? Grand Central Station. A little bit more, but sometimes this even fluctuates about the same amount of people. Here's the difference. They're targeted traffic. Well, how do you know that? Dubai is a digital AI walking country. And when they get on that train, they see I'm passive. When they look out the side window, they see I'm passive. It's hot. Everybody goes to the mall. It's in the desert. They get in the mall and the big window, I'm passive. In the escalator going up from the train station, I'm passive. Okay, now wrap your head around this. Every time somebody sees I'm passive and they register, I'm passive does not have a position. So you want to know how you're going to make commission? Think about what I'm saying. All the branding, all the advertising is being done now, not for them. Yeah, indirectly they'll get paid because they're selling products, but they're sharing everything. You get to be a bodybuilder, never left the weight. You get to be a grand slam hitter and know how to hit a fastball. I mean, it's totally, what happened was the game was created, totally different game. I used to try to compare. What a big mistake. This is a game that Ash made. He made the rules. You go onto the field. You always hit a home run. The baseball's not that big. It's the size of a beach ball. And the bat is a telephone pole. You always hit it. You always get a home run, and you always score. If you're in, you win. It's no joke. So what I would say to people, if you're happy with what you're doing, don't do it. If you're the type that just, I don't believe that's possible, don't do it. Because I believe people are 100% right. I believe everybody's 100% right. I believe if you believe you can, you will. If you believe you can't, you won't. But this is the ticket to come in and at least look at, because it costs you nothing to look. If you come in and look at everything open-mindedly and you say, I don't want this, good. Bye-bye. Nobody's here to twist anybody's arm. But I think if you have the thought about being a different lifestyle and want something different, you come in here and you will be amazed. Don't take my word for it. You don't know me. But I'm telling you, and I mean this. I wouldn't say this crap if I didn't mean it. I never worked this hard for 5 years for nothing to begin with, even when I got paid. That's how much I care about it. Now, do I think big money? Yes. Yes, money's coming now. But yes, choke a horse money if you want to. But it takes time. Work it. But I know a lot of friends out there Had a guy come up, MLM. He's a guru, capital G. Talked to him 6 months ago. He's losing his home because the company that he backed his life on took off. And he was only as good as the last person he recruited. The other thing, beauty of this company, and this is what means, this is one of the top for me, it's a people business. It's not a number business. The power of this company is the people. The top products, the technologies, off the chart. It's going to sell itself. But the power is when you get a lot of like-minded, nice human beings, decent human beings who give and want to lift each other up. This company doesn't put a hand down and lift you up. It puts a hand down and pushes you above itself. That's pretty powerful. I want to be part of that, and I am. And I want to see as many people as possible. That's really what I want to see. I'm going to be fine. Everybody on the screen is going to be fine. Come look at what we're talking about. Look, we're not drunk, but we are high. We're high on ONPASSIVE, no doubt about it. Anyway, that's it.
Nice, exactly, Marty. I think let's put things into perspective a little bit because you know, you're quite right. If ONPASSIVE makes 500,000 or 5 million millionaires, everyone goes, hold on a second, that's a lot of millionaires. But let's look at the market. We've got a total potential market today of every single person that uses the internet. That's 5.5 billion people with a B, right? We've got roughly 3.5 million. I keep getting sent all this information. Come and join us. We've got 125,000 in our group, and it's in our company, and it's great. You go, hold on a second. We launched in September. We've got 2.5 million. Well, what's going on? But if you think about it, if at the end of next year we've got 100 million in, and we're in the top 3.5%, the top 3.5%. Now, if you were in the top 3.5% of Amazon, of Facebook, of Microsoft, where would you be? So the time, gentlemen and ladies, is to get in is now.
Now, yeah.
So, Jeffrey, what are your thoughts? What's going through your mind as far as the future and what it looks like for you and for your family and for those that come on board?
Wow. First of all, Marty, I want to just say good job. I like the way you tacked like 5 different scenarios so that anybody listening to what you're saying could walk away with an understanding that what we've got and every product you subscribe to becomes an income stream. And we've got it in your best interest to do that. So thank you. That was good. I enjoyed that. Concerning how it's affecting me, you know, I think Dr. Bill Williams came up like 2.5, 3 years ago with the term the ONPASSIVE dynasty, where he was saying, I'm going to bring enough accounts so that I can give them to my nieces and nephews and my grandchildren, and all these accounts are going to be growing perpetually, and you know they're just going to be growing as they grow up, and it's all in my family, and I'm going to create a dynasty. Well, that's kind of how I look at me with my family. When I first got in, I got a half a dozen accounts, you know, each for my kids and a couple of people that used to work for me that I really thought highly of, and my wife, and a couple of accounts for me. And I thought, you know what, we'll just build these up and just let them build. I would be fine with one. Anybody is going to be fine with one account. I wasn't aware of that when I first came in. I thought, wow, this is great. I'll get, you know, half a dozen accounts or whatever, and that'll work out better. So I'm going to be fine. It's like Marty said, everybody on this panel is going to be absolutely fine. We've been doing this for a while. We've got people been doing this for, you know, going on 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 year. You know, if you've been in it and if you've done anything with it, you're going to be okay, because one of the things that Marty kept going back to in everything he said, if you will kind of read between the lines, is Ash Mufareh wants us to be successful. We're going to be ensuring our success. We're going to be able to help those around us become successful simply because that's the nature and the corporate philosophy that we're operating under. We are here to generate success. And again, you said, you know what? We got 3 million people in our teams. These are spread in over 200 countries. Right now, we have a global net of like-minded people that want to share and make others profitable and prosperous. And the company is guaranteeing our success, meaning that they're going to share in their abundance, which is going to be phenomenal. They're going to have profit sharing. They're going to be, when you talk about earning the commissions, we're not talking about standard 3 to 5 to 7%. I mean, right off the bat, they're starting 25%. That is unheard of. Marty can attest to that. That does not happen in MLM or any kind of sales marketing, e-commerce. But with ONPASSIVE, with Ash Mufareh, it is happening. And every product that we subscribe to is going to have a phenomenal commission, and it's going to be able to bring us all into abundance, the members, to such an extraordinary spot or position that we're going to have excess, and we're going to be able to reach out to our families, to our loved ones, to our next door neighbor, to those in our communities, and start sharing, because that's the nature of human people. Okay, humanity, when we are taken care of and we have everything that we need, it is in our nature to reach out and help others. That's the underlying theme to what Mr. Mufareh wants to do. That's why he came up and he talked about and coined the phrase AI with heart. He's saying we've got this massive technology that we have developed and put together, and we have enough love and compassion to bring in compassionate action so that everybody involved with us will not only be successful, they will be successful to the point where they will be sharing, and this is a global sharing. Can you imagine the decentralization of the massive wealth that ONPASSIVE is going to bring in? It's going to funnel down through the system and go right back out in copious amounts to all of the members of ONPASSIVE and raise them all up. And as we go out to those around us, sharing in our excess, we're also lifting them so that the whole entirety of humanity gets lifted at the same time. We are a conscious company that has the best interest in the greater good of not only the planet, but the people on the planet. You ain't getting any better than that.
Well said, Jeffrey. Well said. Collins, just a few words from you then, and before we wrap this up, we'll just go around again and let everyone have a few passing comments. But what's it going to mean to you? What are you hoping to do?
Yes, Andy, before I come to that, Maddie says something which I want to touch. I think this will open a lot of eyes with founders. Maddie talked about the concept of ONPASSIVE, and I really want to touch on that. And, Mr. Ash Mufareh made a statement. He said, I want to leave this world in a better place than I came into it. That thing still resonates every day when I think about. And when we look at the concept, he said, the concept of ONPASSIVE is about doing less, paying less, earn more, and the ability to give back to humanity. That is a very big statement. How much did we come into ONPASSIVE with? How much did we pay? Which IT company will allow you to pay less? Because I look at it, when I look at it, I just want to dive out of the Western world. Even Cameroon, the country I was born. How many people can set up a business with $240? And you think you'll be successful and you have that ability to help somebody? Set up a business of $250. I know the amount, which is about 120,000 Cameroon francs. You cannot set up a business with that amount and you are thinking of blessing mankind. That money is not even enough to take care of your own self and your immediate family. But Mr. Ash Mufareh said, come in and pay less and you will have that ability to bless mankind. Amen. That's a big statement. It means, he said the world is full of abundance. As Jeffrey said, ONPASSIVE is abundance. So the moment you come in, you are not only thinking about yourself, because what you have paid is not the value of ONPASSIVE. The ability was to bless mankind. For you, Mr. Ash want to empower us so we'll be able to go out and do good. That is why he is doing what he is doing. That's why he's not listening to anybody. He's not putting his head, on all those negativity. He said, I want you to be able to go out and do good. You cannot give what you don't have. Yeah. There is no way you can give what you don't have. So it means our cup will be overflow with what Mr. Ash Mufareh wants to do, the ability to do less, pay less. Because we are actually doing nothing. We are not building the software. We are not selling anything, because they will sell for us, like Maddie said, and you, Andy, that we are not selling anything. The beauty is I'm not selling. I'm not a marketer. If you say sell, then I will not be non-passive, because I can't do it. They will do everything for me, paying just a dime. Because if you take that amount, those who have done Forex, put 250, the least you can put. The platform I put 250, the day you can make, maybe it's just $1 or $2. How can you help mankind with that type of money? And if you don't take care, that money will disappear. They'll just sweep it and say, put more, put more, put more. But here you are putting once, and you still have that ability to bless. It means ONPASSIVE is full of abundance. And that's why we were telling people, come in before it is too late. So I will leave it there. Just want to touch that point.
Thanks, Colin. That's great. Great finishing. Jeffrey, what would you like to finish off with today then? What message would you pass across?
The message for anybody or for the charter base?
For everybody. For
everybody? I would just mirror what everybody here has said. Basically, that just get in. Just get in and take a look at what we're doing. Because I don't really know if you can ever be too late. But the later you join, the more work it's probably going to take to get you to where you want to be. We've got Mr. Mufareh by design, and we don't really talk about the compensation plan too much, but I'm going to tell you, it's an AI-driven compensation plan that has never been seen before in any business on the planet, and they hold it really, really close to the vest. I mean, this is something absolutely unheard of, and I am so glad that nobody knows anything about it. But we do know this much, that it is absolutely fair, and the folks that come in and get engaged, the more engaged you get with what you're doing, the more you're going to earn overall, and the faster that'll happen for you. So if you wait a year from now to get in, it'll still work for you, but it's going to work a lot better if you jump in next week or this week or whatever. So get in and check out. It's like Marty said, check out. Some of these things are free. It's like you, Andy, you're talking about the numbers. You will be able to afford it. That's a big deal with ONPASSIVE and Ash Mufareh in particular. I mean, he was beat up and run down and made fun of and called names.
Oh, he's frozen.
Am I back?
You're back.
All right, I'm back. He's in this because he says 97% couldn't make it online to such an extent that you would live in abundance and to be able to help other people. And that's what ONPASSIVE is for. So just get in and look at it. It won't cost you a dime. Just get in and look and just do it. That's all. I mean,
thanks, Jeffrey. Right, Marty, I'm sure you've got something else that you'd love to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple things I want to go over. The comp plan, I'm going to give it a scenario. I've been in many businesses, and they had the comp plan, and you knew it A to Z and all that. But what good does it do if they don't pay you? I was an expert in every comp plan and didn't make any money. Now, let me tell you what comp plan, what it really is. If you get the right ingredients, flour, milk, eggs, certain temperature, certain amount of time in the oven, you come out with a cake. If you take the ingredients of ONPASSIVE, all of them, and put them into this mixture, you mix it up, and then you look at it when it's ready, and it's getting ready right now. What do you have? You have abundance. You have dreams come true, and you have more money than you could shake a stick at. That's just fact. Listen, I guarantee that the videos you're going to see, you won't hear a guy say, oh, I made 50 grand last month. But he'll show you that he paid off his home. He's out of debt. He paid for his kids' college. He traveled around the world. That's not free. You understand? The second thing is I wanted to say, this is so cool, and I'm glad Jeffrey brought up the free products. If you came into ONPASSIVE and you just shared the free products, get as many beer, you can have this, take Johnny Appleseed, just throw the seeds out. But when they get in to ONPASSIVE, this is how cool it is. This is why the concept of ONPASSIVE is mind-blowing. You get the people to come into a free product, AI will take them by the hand and wine them, dine them until they find something they want to buy. Because the products will be there. They're not trying to get you to buy something you don't want. Instead of getting it somewhere else, less inferior to it, more money than ONPASSIVE, and nowhere near the quality, this is a winning game. It's absolutely winning. And the last thing I want to say, they say opportunity only knocks once. But what I've noticed about people in my life, and I'm not 90 years old, but I've seen a lot, is you need to answer the door. But some people have so many bolt locks and chains and locks on the door and combination. By the time they get all the locks done, that opportunity's gone. When you hear the knock, open the damn door. And if you can't take a chance on something that costs you nothing, then maybe you need to just stay where you're at. No, really. I mean, it doesn't take anything to go look. You jump in on, like, let me hide my wallet. You don't need your wallet. Get in, look at it, you decide. And I'm telling you, this is an opportunity that is slamming on your door. Now, you can sit there and act like you don't hear it, but it's knocking. Go to it. Be ready and take it. Because I'll tell you what, the more times you fall and you finally find something like I did with this, it'll change your life forever, right? Only thing we see with this is the finished product, and it is fantastic. That's ONPASSIVE. But I'll tell you what, you don't think people fought over this when they were putting it together? When they were doing, you damn right they were. I bet people got fired over that phone. Same thing, Edison. What do we remember? I know one thing. I turn that light on, it comes off. I wasn't there the 10,000 times that he couldn't get it to work. But that's working. ONPASSIVE, you don't even need to do it. You just need to turn on the switch. Come in ONPASSIVE, look at it for yourself. Find these gentlemen or me or anybody. We all do webinars. We all work together. There's meetings everywhere to talk and give ideas and have fun. It's a country club for everyone, really. And don't let this pass you by when especially it costs you nothing. And I'll tell you how much I care. Don't sign up under me. Go look, any one of these people here, sign up underneath them, get in their teams of people they know. That would be fantastic to me. I want everybody to win. I'm not kidding. I want everybody to win. I know this is the golden goose. So I am taking care of that goose. I'm petting it. It's going to lay a lot of eggs. So seriously, I got a golden goose, and while eggs are coming out, I found that freaking Wonka bar with the gold ticket in it. So what else could happen, right? One of the eggs that were laid had a Wonka bar in it. Anyway, that's all I really have, but this is a lot of fun, and thank you.
Excellent, thanks.
Yeah.
I think the one thing for me is as most of you know, I'm a numbers guy. I don't know anything about marketing. I'm not technically minded in respect of software or how things work. I know that, I don't know how electricity works, but I know if you turn a switch on, the light comes on.
Yeah.
The beauty about this for me is the fact that it does the bits that I don't understand how to do. And that for me is really important because, you know, there's no point in trying to set up a business online if you're missing a component. And the problem is if you're trying to learn this stuff, which I've been doing over the last couple of years, and I've been blessed to be, you know, with these guys who've taught me a hell of a lot. But if you want to go online and learn this stuff, it's these gurus that you've got to speak to that don't show you everything. So having a company that does all of these bits for us is just awesome as far as I'm concerned. And this is why I love it more than anything else. So thank you, gentlemen. Thanks, guests, for joining us today. I'm really pleased you did. Thanks, Marty and Jeffrey. We're going to have you guys on. Everything seems to be on fire today. Thanks, my friend Collins. Right, see you later, guys. Thanks very much.